could I say, just like to thank Deputy Gannon and the Social Democrats for bringing forward this bill, and definitely we're very happy to support it. I listened to the Minister's speech, and unfortunately I think a lot of it, although fine words, the fact that we're kicking the can down for, or you're kicking the can down for another 9 months, really, I think, says it all in relation to the government's response in this. I've been very privileged to be in a position to provide sexual health training, education and training to young people in a youth reach centre that I worked in for a number of years. We did a number of programmes over those years. It was a factually based programme that covered sexual health and relationships in a non-judgmental way. The young people engaged in a two-way process that helped us to also develop the programme. I knew from our evaluations of that programme that it was hugely welcomed by the students themselves, and it took place over a two-day period on a consistent basis, and it was extremely successful. But unfortunately, this is not the case for many students in our schools, where sexual health and relationship programmes are very limited, or in some cases non-existent, or the curriculum is not adequately informing our young people. As was stated earlier, a report from the HSE has shown that there are significant variations in the content and scope of the RSE education programme across schools. We know that a very significant cohort of young people have shown to not be receiving any information at home. Therefore, it is important, more than ever, that our school-based RSE programmes are sufficiently informing our young people. The issue of specific concern in relation to RSE programme at the moment that needs to be addressed is around consent, and it has been raised here in particular in relation to young people and under 18 and coercive control. And what it means is, and its importance in the use of the social media and its damaging effects on relationships and the young person. And we hear this consistently, and I know there's a fantastic programme that was run by the Blakestown Mountfew Youth Initiative, which, and I know was in conjunction with Fingal County Council as well, in relation to coercive control, and also in relation to social media and the impact that it has on young people. And also, again, it is particularly the case for young people within the LGBTQ+ community, given the lack of inclusion in the current Department of Education model. And some schools are really, really good at inclusion and really good at presenting that, but it's not across the board. And I'd be really thinking deeply about those young people who are in those schools where there is no inclusion for them and how they feel. No child should feel that their identity, their sexuality or their family circumstances is lesser because they are not included in the sexual education programme as prescribed by their school, the ethos of their school or by their teacher. Ireland has changed, and absolutely changed for the better, over the past number of years with the referendums on marriage equality and the 8th Amendment being passed by a massive majority of our citizens. Our people are well ahead of this programme, well ahead of this government in relation to sexual health and education and relationships. And you must catch up, and that's the simple message, that this government must catch up, and kicking the can for further 9 months is just not acceptable. Young people that I've spoken to, and I've worked with young people for 20 years, both through school completion, working in youth reach and also working for Tuesday, and they want to be fully informed. They want to know how to have a safe relationship, how to be safe in a relationship that they're currently having or may have into the future. And we have to trust young people enough to help and support them, to properly equip them with the skills necessarily to feel confident discussing such matters. School is where the process should begin, and also at home. And I'd encourage parents to take the brave step to talk to their children around their sexual health and around relationships, because collectively we can make a huge impact on those lives. But as I said, I think it's extremely important that this government drops their amendment to this bill today, and moves forward so that we can all move forward together discussing this and putting a proper programme in place for our young people, because it's our young people who deserve it. Guramagal.